Once upon a time, in ancient Japan, there lived a sage named Hiroshi. He was known for his deep wisdom and ability to see beauty in the simplest things. People from all over the country came to him for advice in order to find answers to their questions and find harmony in life. One day, Hiroshi was visited by a young man named Kenji, who was full of ambition and aspired to financial success. He wanted to learn how to turn his failures into gold and achieve wealth. Hiroshi greeted Kenji with a smile and invited him to sit next to him. "My young friend," the sage began, "the path to wealth is not always straight and easy. But if you learn to see opportunities in your failures, you can turn them into gold." Kenji listened attentively, his eyes burning with interest. "Let me tell you a story about Kintsugi," Hiroshi continued. "This is the ancient Japanese art of restoring broken ceramics with gold. When a vase or cup is broken, Kintsugi masters do not throw away the fragments. Instead, they collect them and glue them together, filling the cracks with gold. Thus, the broken object becomes even more beautiful and valuable than it was before." Kenji thought about the sage's words. "But what does this have to do with my failures?" he asked. "Every one of your failures," Hiroshi replied, "is a crack in your life. But if you learn to see these cracks as an opportunity for growth and development, you can turn them into gold. It is important not to be afraid of mistakes and failures, but to learn from them and become stronger." The sage continued, "Let me give you an example. Imagine a young samurai who was defeated in battle. He could have given up, but instead he decided to learn from his mistakes. He trained even harder, learned new techniques and strategies. In the end, he became one of the greatest warriors of his time. His defeat became gold, which made him stronger." Kenji nodded, realizing that Hiroshi was talking about the importance of perseverance. "But how do I apply this in my life?" he asked. "Start small," the sage advised. "Every time you face a setback, don't give up. Instead, think about what you can learn from this situation. What lessons can you learn? How can you get better? Fill your cracks with the gold of knowledge and experience." Hiroshi paused so Kenji could think about his words. Then he continued, "There is another important concept in Japanese culture, ikigai. This is your destiny, something that brings you joy and meaning in life. Find your ikigai, and you will find not only financial success, but also inner harmony." Kenji thought about the sage's words. He realized that his path to wealth lay through self-improvement and constant pursuit of knowledge. He thanked Hiroshi for his wise advice and set off, determined to turn his failures into gold. A few years passed, and Kenji returned to Hiroshi. He was a successful entrepreneur. His business was booming. "Sage," he said, "your words changed my life. I learned to see opportunities in my failures and turn them into gold. I found my ikigai and found harmony." Hiroshi smiled and replied, "I'm glad you found your way, Kenji. Remember that each of us can turn our cracks into gold if we strive for knowledge and are not afraid of mistakes. May your life be filled with the gold of wisdom and experience." Since then, Kenji has become an inspiration to many people. He shared his story and taught others how to turn their failures into gold. His path was an example of how financial success can be achieved through self-improvement and inner harmony. So, dear viewers, remember that each of us can become a Kintsugi master in our lives. Don't be afraid of mistakes and failures. Learn from them and become stronger. Find your ikigai and strive for knowledge. May your cracks become gold, which will lead you to wealth and harmony.